I like to use a pair of needle nose. It's because I don't necessarily think my fingers are skinny enough to get in there. Screw. Accelerator pump squirter. And you always look on the bottom to see if there's a gasket on there, because you want that gasket to be in place or else it won't work properly. Well, see if I can focus you in on this. Alright, so I can't really get a good focus, but that is a number 31 actually. So we're going to try and go a little higher. I got to see what I got in my kit. Sadly, all I could find was a 37, and that's a little bit too large. I was hoping for a 32 or a 35, but I'm out of those. So we're going to put the 31 back in, and then we're going to adjust the accelerator pump cam. We'll put it on the number 2 setting. It'll make it a little more aggressive, and that's all we want, is a little more aggressive pump shot. We're almost there. Alright, let's get her in there. So all I did was I licked the little gasket on the bottom to keep it in place. 9 times out of 10 that works. Every once in a while it falls down, and then you gotta fish it out of there, or pull the carburetor, which neither one are enjoyable things to do. Oh, kind of like that. I just dropped the stuff. Oh boy. Alright, so I have the bolt. I have the accelerator pump squirter back in place. But my gasket is way the heck down there. Now, I think they're a steel gasket. I'm going to go get a magnet. My gasket is right down there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anyway, it's down there. I gotta get it. Extendable magnet, and it should be a magnetic gasket. Might not be able to get that magnet in there, it might be too big. Yep. Magnet head's too big to fit down the bench, past the venturi and the booster. Alright, on this screwdriver, it's probably a little fuzzy, but I put some multi-purpose grease on the tip of it. And that should be sticky enough to grab our little gasket. There it is. There's our gasket. The grease brought it up, and then actually stuck it against the booster. That was luck. Now we're gonna put the gasket down in there, back to where we were a little while ago. Actually, I've got some grease on this gasket now. So, let's just put it on our, there. That will stay on there now. And just like with any screw on a carburetor or anything somewhat delicate, you don't need to cram it down. As soon as you touch, just give it that little extra tweak. Done. Done. Nothing to it. Now, we're going to adjust that accelerator pump cam. On every holly, there's 1, 2 holes. The top hole is hole number 1. That's got your accelerator pump cam screw. That's your base adjustment, is number 1. If you were to look at the accelerator pump, there will be a second or a third hole even. The cam, I mean. So all we got to do is just nicely pull the screw. And that cam is only made of plastic. So you do not need to screw around with it and over tighten it or anything. It's plastic. So now I just reach my finger up and I rotate until the second hole lines up with the second bolt. And all that's going to do is give us just a little bit more adjustment, or sorry, a little more aggressive pump cam operation. Now we check to see that our accelerator pump is still adjusted okay. Okay, let's see if she starts. I mean, it should. There's been lots of heat soaking going on. Our choke is on all the way. We're on our fast idle cam. I've given it 2 pumps. I'm just going to crank it and see what happens. And you can hear it trying to come up on its fast idle faster because the engine's already got some warmth to it. Alright guys, well that is my cold weather operation recipe. Set your choke slightly aggressively, way more than you would in the summertime. Adjust your fast idle cam so it's actually doing something. This one was not. Check your accelerator pump, up the size if you feel the need to. And I'm kind of glad that we didn't, because this thing doesn't give big black clouds of smoke when you hit the throttle like, say, my Dart or other more aggressively tuned big cammed engines. Anyway, long story short, don't forget the accelerator pump cam. You can change it to a more aggressive one or a less aggressive one depending on what you've got on the go, what you're looking for out of your carburetor. But there's no reason that you can't run a carburetor in the winter. I do it every year, and I'm going to continue to do it. Brooke, my 20-year-old stepdaughter, is going to be running this truck in the cold weather, and I have no worries about it starting and running every day. We also have block heater cords for it. I put 2 block heaters in the engine, and for some of my Southern American friends that don't even know what a block heater is, well, it's a heating element that goes into your coolant jackets through frost plug holes, and you literally hook them up to 110 volts household electricity overnight, and they will keep your coolant warm, which keeps your engine block warm and allows your engine to start really, really nicely. We use them on everything fuel injected, diesel, doesn't matter. You need them in the cool Alberta winters. But that's everything from Dave at Days of Glory Shopworks, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just a few little simple things. We'll catch you on the next one.